Check it out. I won't let anyone ever.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reviewing Plays While Playing Games. In this review, I'm unable to really do any memes right now because I just need the fucking points for this project. So, there is going to be a very low shortage of memes here in this video, and I apologize for that, but we need to get crack-a-lackin' with these grades, and I don't want to fail, so let's get right to this. The Laramie Project. The Laramie Project is a play written by Moses Kaufman, and members of the Tectonic Theater Project in 2000, and it is about the death, or I should say murder, of gay University of Wyoming College student Matthew Shepard. And it is a realistic piece. It's realistic theater, or verbatim theater, and strictly covers the factual evidence and is primarily told through descriptions and retellings from people who are actually there. The play is primarily told as from the perspective of the narrator, and multiple reporters who take the stage and interview other people who witnessed the crime or knew Matthew Shepard himself. And personally, I actually really liked this one compared to the other plays that I've reviewed here. I liked kind of how it was, you got little pieces of every which part. You got the two guys at the bar who saw him walk away with Aaron and, I don't remember the other person's name right now, and their very bad and clearly shown intentions to Matthew Shepard. I like how we got snippets of Matthew Shepard's personality and the brutality of his murder, and just because it shows how brutal the action really was. And I liked how big of a stink it made about what was going on with the world at the time, how people really stood up and tried to fight against this heinous act, only to have the perpetrators basically get off scot-free. I think what makes this production unique is how hard it tackles the severity of just hate crimes in general, not necessarily towards homosexuals. Especially in a time period where this wasn't really such a big topic as it is now. I mean, of course, this made a big deal, but, you know, it wasn't mentioned in every other tweet you see on Twitter. It was a very low-down topic, and especially because it's coming out of Wyoming, which has one of the smallest populations in the world, and this was a fact that has one of the smallest state populations, and I knew this before reading the play. So it was pretty interesting to see how the world and the people in Wyoming both reacted to this really terrible act. In my opinion, it was great. I think it very strongly portrayed the story of what happened with Matthew Shepard. I really liked how you got to see all the angles, not just from the... You got to see it from every sort of slice of life that you can find in Wyoming, from the bartenders to the common every folk like Doc Conaway. I liked how it gave a person's point of view rather than a protagonist's point of view, you know what I mean? And I thought that was very interesting and pretty cool. I overall think this was like an 8 out of 10 play. I really loved it. I definitely would recommend this play to anyone who just is interested in verbatim theater and how, you know, we can bring up topics in theater that are more serious than just, like, you know, Mamma Mia and trying to find out who your dads are. And I would definitely think that this play would be worth seeing to anyone who's interested in this kind of stuff. Well, that is it for this very sadly short episode of Reviewing Plays While Playing Games. I will see you in the next one. Adios, mi amigos. Buenos dias.